People being killed and maimed and made homeless and denied food and water and basic human rights by being conquered by this megalomaniac and his regime raining down terror on them daily and nightly. And they involve children and mothers, as we saw last week in the maternity hospital, which I'm going to talk about. It's pretty obvious why I stand united, and it's not just, and it's people in our industry, but it's also the wider population, and also Russians who are trying to stand up to the regime who've had enough. It's a very scary and sad time, and although this is a gesture and people could say it's hollow, it's just something I can do tonight, but as we are all doing, trying to do more behind closed doors at other times to do with helping refugees gain access to this country, but also putting pressure on our politicians to continue that open corridor, putting pressure on in every single way that we can upon trying to cut Putin and his regime off.
I just think we all have to do what we can. It's so horrific. One of my best friends is Ukrainian. It's heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking. I just can't imagine what it must be like to be anybody who's there, but to be, it's especially the women and children who've had to flee because their sons and their husbands can't leave because everyone has to stay back and fight. Yeah, I just think we all have to do what we can, and it would be amazing if the British government did more.
The Western world and Europe has really kind of opened their eyes to really the reality of what it is to be a refugee and how it can really happen to everyone off the back of the Ukraine crisis. We need to turn our attention to that crisis and help the people going through that terrible situation. But also I hope this is a moment of people opening their eyes and their hearts to the reality of refugee crises around the world. In Syria, in Afghanistan, just the world over really. And sadly, feels like there might be more and more of this. So now feels like a time, a reset, a moment to really hold hands around this issue.